Hey guys! Today we're diving deep into the haunting chaos of Haunted Place, Episode 4. If you missed the last episode, don't worry, the link is in the description. The episode opens with a massive fight. Lee Sang charges in to kill them, but Kang Chul, sword in hand, steps up to protect Yori. An intense battle breaks out between Kang Chul and Lee Sang. As Kang Chul fights, he wonders about the real force behind the terrifying 8-foot ghost. The king's soldiers arrive and check on Li Gong, who, thankfully, is okay. Gi Ho rushes to help Lee Sang, but Lee Sang coldly throws him away, yelling at him not to interfere if he doesn't want to die. Lee Sang attacks Kang Chul again and notices something strange. Kang Chul doesn't feel human. As Lee Sang tries to kill him, Kang Chul summons a glowing light, leaving Lee Sang unable to strike. Using his power, Kang Chul knocks Lee Sang unconscious. The 8-foot ghost is forced out of Lee Sang's body. The ghost tries attacking again, but fails. Kang Chul throws a knife at it, and Yori joins, chanting a spell and stabbing it too. They push the ghost to surrender. Meanwhile, Pang Sen struggles, feeling the wrongness of the ritual and starting to vomit from the side effects. Back at the fight, Kang Chul throws another knife, and finally the ghost disappears. Rain begins to pour down. Later, the royal physician checks on Li Gong and assures Queen Park that he's recovering well. Afterward, Queen Park demands to know the truth from J-Pill, but he nervously admits he can't explain what happened. She wouldn't believe him. Meanwhile, Lee Sang wakes up and, remembering how he was controlled by bugs and tried to kill Kang Chul, heads to meet Kang Chul and Yori. At the same time, Kang Chul and Yori are trapped together, hiding in a shed. Kang Chul is still in pain from the arrow lodged in his body. Yori tries to help, but Kang Chul warns her not to remove it. He's worried about the pain. Yori teases him, saying he's just scared. Ignoring his protests, Yori yanks the arrow out. Kang Chul screams, but she rolls her eyes, telling him not to overreact. She uses the herbs she had originally collected for Yoon to heal him, bandaging him up. As she tends to him, Kang Chul feels flustered, his heartbeat racing as he stares at her. He awkwardly pushes her away, making excuses. Yori insists she's only trying to help, but Kang Chul says he's fine and stands up, warning her that the 8-foot ghost will return soon. He urges her to run away before it's too late, but Yori refuses. She recalls how Yoon was the only one who ever believed her. When her grandmother died and the village blamed her, Yoon stood by her side and said it wasn't her fault. She refuses to abandon Yoon now. Suddenly, Lee Sang arrives, sword in hand, demanding to know who Kang Chul really is. Kang Chul confesses he's not Yoon. Yoon had died after being attacked by Sangwoo. He's only borrowing Yoon's body to save others. Li Gong appears and confirms Kang Chul's story, explaining that without him he would have died. Hearing this, Lee Sang calms down. At the palace, the king and queen watch Li Gong resting. Meanwhile, Lee Sang orders his men to cover up what happened, although he admits he can't remember much of the fight. Elsewhere, Yori and Kang Chul continue their journey. Yori knows the 8-foot ghost will return, but doubts if she can defeat it alone. When Kang Chul collapses from exhaustion, Yori helps him to a river to recover. In the water, Kang Chul feels rejuvenated. Yori shyly looks away when she catches herself staring at him. Kang Chul notices and feels embarrassed too. Yori then asks Kang Chul directly, did he really not kill Yoon? Kang Chul denies it, and as he walks away, Yori calls after him, proposing something surprising. She asks Kang Chul to become her guardian. Yori explains she can't defeat the 8-foot ghost alone, but together they have a chance. If he helps her save Yoon, she promises Kang Chul can take her body and ascend to heaven. Kang Chul, stunned, mutters that after chasing her for 13 years, now she offers her body, but only for Yoon's sake. He walks away, leaving Yori shouting after him. Later at the palace, Lee Sang happily listens to Li Gong reading, feeling nostalgic about being taught by Bonjin. Meanwhile, Queen Dowager visits Li Gong to check on his health. The Dowager sniffs him, relieved that the ghost smell is gone, but suspicious about how the ghost disappeared so easily. Furious, she storms to Pang San demanding answers. He explains that someone must be performing rituals within the palace. Furious and scared, the Dowager orders him to find the culprit, but secretly fears the ghost's return. Meanwhile, Pang San burns Yoon's shirt during a ritual, trying to prevent the ghost from returning. At another corner of the palace, Kang Chul sleeps while Yori nags him to wake up. Fed up, she steps on him. Kang Chul, annoyed, scolds her for forgetting that he's her guardian, but Yori cheekily points out that he never officially accepted the role. They strike a playful deal. If Kang Chul becomes her guardian, she'll give him candy every day. Kang Chul grumbles, saying he's not a kid, but Yori asks what he really wants. Kang Chul demands a bracelet for long life and candy. Meanwhile, tensions rise in the palace as accusations surface that rituals have been performed illegally. Lee Sang is confronted by an official who claims to have evidence, suspecting Yori's involvement. Elsewhere, Yori crafts the promised bracelet, wondering why Kang Chul even needs one when he's already centuries old. Im appears, teasing her about being fearless in front of terrifying ghosts. Later, Yori thanks Gum for the glasses he crafted for her. They bond sweetly before Yori returns to Kang Chul, catching him giving orders to the elders like a spoiled brat. Furious, she scolds him and smacks him with a cloth. Their playful moment is interrupted as soldiers arrest them, accusing them of illegal rituals. Lee Sang orders Yori and Kang Chul banished from the capital. Yori warns him that without them, the 8-foot ghost will return to harm his family, but he refuses to listen. As they are thrown into the forest with only a few coins, Yori tells one soldier to remind the king to always keep the stone glasses near him, to stay protected from the ghost. Sitting by the fire, Yori realizes the tools found at Mount Bag weren't hers. Kang Chul sheepishly admits that he accidentally left his stuff there, causing their banishment. Yori decides she must go to Mount Bag anyway. Her grandmother's powerful tools are hidden there, and they could help defeat the ghost. Kang Chul warns her that it's forbidden now, but Yori is determined. Meanwhile, Queen Dowager punishes Youngin, who had angered her by causing trouble related to the ghost. Youngin, trying to prove he's not a coward, storms into IMS home looking for revenge. He brutally attacks her father and others, with I'm helplessly watching. Back with Yori and Kang Chul, they continue toward Mount Bag. Suddenly, a tiger appears. Yori falls to the ground in fear, but Kang Chul shows his light power, scaring the tiger away. At night, as they rest, Kang Chul complains about being hungry. Yori offers him candy instead, keeping her promise to treat him if he becomes her guardian. Reflecting on the past, Yori asks if Kang Chul was the one who had saved her from a tiger long ago in the forest. Kang Chul admits he was always watching over her because he wanted to protect her as her guardian. As they share a sweet moment, Kang Chul realizes someone stole his candy. He chases the thief, but ends up fighting with an unexpected enemy, Ma Gazin. A fierce battle ensues, but eventually they head to the temple where Yori meets Gazin. He apologizes for fighting Kang Chul and directs Yori to her grandmother's hidden belongings. Elsewhere, Youngin returns to the palace, haunted by guilt and anger. Meanwhile, Pang San secretly summons the 8-foot ghost again, putting everyone in grave danger. In the final scenes, the 8-foot ghost grabs Youngin by the neck, and the screen cuts to black. Episode ends. We'll meet again for episode 5, dropping this Saturday. Don't miss it.